Hey guys, welcome to our recap of episode 21 of Big Brother 17. I'm not naked, I'm wearing a dress. Just so you know.
The last episode left off with the HOH endurance contest in progress.
Alright, and there's a lot going on here because
A lot of people want to win.
Shelly just lost her main squeeze.
He got kicked out of the nest by Mommy. Can he fly? No, he didn't make it to the
Is he
jury
ready?
house.
Well, Shelly wants some freaking revenge for this, so she's just like, I'm ready to win, y'all.
I love the James quote, "Hell hath no fury, like a scorched woman," or
Oh my god.
a woman scornful woman.
He doesn't... hell hath no furry.
You know who doesn't like women? I get the vibe. Steve.
You think?
Women make him very, very nervous.
I think just like people in general kind of make him nervous.
Well, he doesn't want Becky to win because that's like his
That's his arch nemesis.
in the house.
Ugh, I just touched your foot. Ew.
Gross.
Yeah. He doesn't want Becky to win.
There was lots and lots of thrills and spills during this HOH.
Ooh, Liz and Julia both took some bad spills.
Hey, how about Austin?
So did Austin, though. Oh.
He's like 100 feet tall, so like his center of gravity is like probably by most people's necks.
I guess, but like tall guys have done really well in this competition before, so he's just like all over the place.
Here's a shocker for you. Meg was horrible.
But Meg was going so slow that she like never fell. She was just like...
Did you think she was gonna be good? She has like trouble walking across the kitchen.
Meg. It's
Love
so
her.
sad.
Alright, so earlier, the day before.
This is a flashback to 5
Actually,
hours
it was
before the
the
eviction.
same day, that morning.
It's 5 hours before the eviction.
Yeah.
There was some drama, and Johnny Mac was involved in it. He feels like he really needs to win this HOH because...
He's worried.
He could be a target now because of what happened.
Well, Clay and Johnny Mac were playing nice in their room.
Johnny Mac was like, are you sure that you want to go home? Because honestly, it would be in my best interest to keep you in the game. I feel like Vanessa is controlling Shelly.
Yep.
And I get the vibe that Vanessa wants me out.
Exactly. So Clay went and told Vanessa that Johnny Mac says...
That he's worried about her.
Yeah.
So he's like, you better go talk to Johnny Mac and like clear that up.
So then Vanessa talks to James.
Yeah, because Clay is like, oh, well, James, he told James, or James told him, or what?
Then James is like, what? I'm going to go talk to Clay and tell him keep my name out his mouth.
I swear on my daughter, I never said that.
Well, that's what he told Vanessa.
Yeah.
And then Vanessa starts talking to Johnny Mac, and this whole thing is escalating rather quickly.
It is.
It got a little heated.
James was all like, Clay, keep my name out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Out your mouth. And Clay just freaking gets up, and James is like, what, are you gonna hit me or something? And Clay is like here, and James is like here.
It's, like this.
No! It wasn't like that.
I don't
Clay
know.
was all
Fell
up in
over
James'
there, but-
face.
All right.
It looked like it was gonna go to fisticuffs in a second.
Well, it didn't, because Johnny Mac confesses that he was the one who started this whole
James was
thing.
not involved. Like, nobody told him that Vanessa's coming after him. He just figured it out. And then Vanessa was like, you expect me to believe that you figured it out? Really? And I was like, whoa!
Vanessa doesn't believe him. She has a total freaking mental meltdown.
And then she comes up with this gem.
She's come up with a lot of gems during this season, but this one really takes the cake.
She says that Johnny Mac and Clay have to be either gay lovers or related. They have to be.
That's the only thing that makes any sense.
It's the only reason that they would try to hide things for each other.
She's 2 cookies short of a dozen.
Yeah. Alright, well, obviously, Johnny Mac's target this week is Vanessa, because she just, like, made this huge
She
spectacle.
batshit crazy! Mm-hmm. Alright, so Becky during the HOH comp has a huge lead.
She's
I don't
blowing
know.
everybody else away.
What was she, like, inhaling the stuff and peeing it out of her fingers?
That was my first thought, too, but
Right?
I think she was just really fast.
Okay.
And efficient.
Well, she was so far ahead that she was able to win the HOH, the Never Nude, aka Never Not,
And the $5,000.
That's pretty sweet.
Congratulations, Basic Becky.
She can not only stop a train with her face, she can win all three.
Okay, so after the HOH competition was over, Shelly realizes, oh shit, my son/boyfriend Clay is gone.
I've got a lot of time on my hands now. I think I spent a lot of time staring at Clay, making Clay's food, changing his diaper.
That takes up a
taking
lot
him
of
on
time.
walks.
Now he's at Grandma's house, so what is she going to do with herself?
She's got a lot of time. Well, Meg decides to go over and console her.
And Meg in the diary room is just like, this is some bullshit.
All right, well...
It's like the mistress comforting the wife.
Exactly. So Becky now decides it's time to stop riding that middle.
She's in power now. She's got to pick a side. So she feels like she can trust the underdogs more than Vanessa and her group.
She's gonna slip off the middle and slide down to the underdogs. Meanwhile, Shelly is already making travel plans. She is planning on taking her baby Clay and visiting Meg in New York City at
New York
Christmas
City's so
time.
expensive, but they can stay with Meg for free.
Hashtag sleeping with the enemy.
I think Clay's invited, but I don't know about Shelly. All right, so Johnny Mac and Steve, they're talking in the bedroom, and Johnny Mac, he's all excited. He's like, yeah, one of my besties won HOH this week, and Steve is just like, oh, well, I don't know how I feel about this.
Secretly, the only two people that Steve is close to in the house is Vanessa and I guess Johnny Mac.
Yeah, and Johnny Mac is just like,
they're at odds.
I'm going to see if Becky will go after Vanessa this week. And Steve is just like, oh no, why? So then, a little non-game related chat. Steve is
very
like,
non-game related.
Johnny, you have to make a promise with me right now. If we find ourselves in jury and Becky is there, you need to promise me you're going to make a move and go for it.
This is so 16 Candles when Anthony Michael Hall goes for the cool girl and cuts her hair off and takes her on that drunkie ride throughout town and like ends up... Yeah.
Well, what we didn't see was when Steve promised to try whatever with Julia in the jury house.
Oh boy.
All right, so it's time
for... have a handprint on his face.
It's time for Becky's HOH room reveal.
Becky's girls are on display.
That was a crazy picture of her.
For all that natural food in that healthy basket, were those boobs real? Little hypocritical.
All right, but yeah, her basket was amazing, except for like the Brussels sprouts. Like you can have those. But James's face was hilarious when she was like, "I got asparagus and kale and spinach."
Said he'd rather eat slop.
Well, he's going to.
All right. Well, Vanessa disinfected her head.
Yeah, she was talking to Shelly in the bathroom. She wasn't really paying attention to what she was doing. She went to grab for the hairspray.
That smells kind of interesting.
Yeah, because it's freaking disinfectant.
By Oster. That was weird. I've never seen anything like that.
I think it's for like the hair trimmers and stuff.
Oh, ooh, that's even worse.
Well, it wasn't really a big deal for her. If that was me, I would have taken another shower and like shampooed and everything. Because like, what are those harmful chemicals in there?
Maybe she didn't have time. Maybe they had to like, that was like right before the nominations.
It wasn't.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it was not.
All right. Well, Becky has got some big plans this week.
She wants to make a big A move.
She wants to put up Shelly and Steve.
So the other side is going to be like, oh, okay, that's what we talked about in our meeting last week.
Right.
Everything's going according to plan.
But one little detail, she wants to backdoor Vanessa instead of Johnny Mac.
And she's prepared for this, guys, because she has worked Black Friday at Abercrombie. Did we happen to mention Abercrombie?
I hate that.
Did you guys
store.
know that Becky works at Abercrombie?
I heard she worked at Abercrombie.
No, I thought she worked at Hollister.
Nope, it's Abercrombie.
Okay.
All right, so Steve, there's a little comic relief for
We got
all
another
y'all.
Steve segment.
He spaces out quite a bit. He's a little quirky.
He's talking to himself. He's dancing. He's just lying on the floor with his feet up.
He's playing with things that he shouldn't be touching.
Steve, stop that.
A lot of weird stuff going on there, but he's an evil genius.
I guess.
So, yeah.
Is he evil? The Becky thing is weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Well, Becky decides, you know what? I said I wasn't going to talk to anybody about this or tell anybody, but I'm going to pull up Shelly to the HOH room.
She lets her in on the plan to backdoor Vanessa.
Shelly's like,
what?
That's a good plan.
Yeah, Shelly's like, well, I mean, of course I'm close to Vanessa, but...
There's nothing I can do to help her now.
Yeah. If it means I'm staying, freaking go for it.
Yeah, really. So, Vanessa...
It's her turn to talk to Becky in the HOH room.
She's sensing that something's wrong, so she goes into poker mode. Wow, that was weird.
The hell was that?
I think we're being invaded by aliens. Vanessa tries to make a deal with Becky because that's what she does. She makes freaking nonsense deals that mean nothing.
So she's like, I want to make this deal, blah, 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 blah. And Becky's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm really not feeling the whole deal alliance
I don't even want to hear that word.
I play organically. I'm organic, so...
I'm a basic Becky.
I got Brussels sprouts in my HOH basket.
So Vanessa's like, I'm waiting for her head to explode because she doesn't know what to do without a deal.
Deal or no deal?
No deal.
Yeah.
All right, so...
I loved when Becky actually called herself Basic Becky.
I know.
It was amazing.
She did that before at...
yeah, I think she did.
Yeah. All right.
At least she knows.
Yeah. So Becky tells Johnny Mac her plan. She's like, I'm telling you this, and then you have to freaking forget it and never mention it again. And
it was
thrilled.
like, level of excitement.
Yeah.
That's pretty up there.
It is. So it's time for the nominations, and as expected, she nominates Shelly and Steve. Shelly because it's a really hard week in the house. It's the hardest week yet.
Just have to do it. And Steve,
yeah,
you're like one of the biggest Big Brother fans.
And you've done nothing so far, so get dirty out there.
Get those hands dirty.
Play the social game up. And Steve is
He did not
pissed.
like that. In the diary room, he was just like, Becky, you're calling me out for my game in front of everyone? You're my #1 target. Wasn't she already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve, I don't think you're taking anybody out, but whatever.
You never know.
Guys, let us know what you thought about all y'all this in the comments. And hell hath no fury or furry like Steve.
Furry. Like a scorched Steve.
What? Okay. Stop it, Steve. Till next time, much love.
Edit.